two other things that, or one other thing I would mention would be, as you're taking them through the house, you're kind of inviting them into the home, giving them occupancy of the home. One thing you want to do is show them anything that's specific to the home, but one thing that is for every home is to show them where any shutoff valves may be. So let's say by chance there's a flood or some sort of running water or something like that. You want them to be able to know where and how to shut off that water. It will save them headache. It will save you money. So just show them around, but specifically show them where the water shutoff is, because that can do a lot of damage very, very quickly. And if they know where that is, boy, it can save you a ton of money.
So glad you mentioned that, because I've got two other points that I want to make here, and we can move on from the move-in. But yes, show the water shutoff valve. Absolutely. Again, you start to think that these are no-brainers when you've been in the business for so long, but they're not necessarily no-brainers. So showing the water shutoff valve. And what I would also absolutely make sure that you're showing them, probably the breaker box too, for a safety concern, but is the furnace filter, right? Yeah. Show them exactly how to change your furnace filter. I guarantee, and I don't know what the numbers or the data will show on, but I guarantee you your chances of getting them to change their furnace filter go up dramatically if you've literally shown them how to do it, right? Because people are lazy in most cases. They just are. And if they don't, they're not going to go looking for it. Even if they have a furnace filter that shows up at their front door, which Red Door will make sure happens, they're more likely rather to change it if they know how to do so already. So show them how to change their furnace filter. And then the last thing that I want to make sure I mention here is in which you should have probably included this once you've executed the lease agreement. Include a copy of the HOA covenants. It's very important that they have this in hand. It should be included in part of your lease, and we should have mentioned that in the previous class here. But I would also, even if I did include it, I would provide it here at move-in. Also, here's a copy of the HOA covenants. Make sure you're not leaving the trash can out there, and I'm getting notified of a violation because you left the trash can out there, right? They need to understand the bare necessities that are required by the HOA covenants, and absolute bare minimum, they need to be provided a copy of the HOA covenants at some point, and this is a great time to provide it.
For sure, yeah. And we probably need to move on, but just on the HOA docs, they need to know if they can buy a trampoline, for example. Some HOAs don't allow you to have a trampoline or a basketball hoop in the front yard. I mean, there's a million things, but they need it as a resource to know what they can and cannot do, because in our lease, going back to the other video, we hold them responsible to maintain the HOA guidelines, and if they don't, they are issued a lease violation. And so in order to be able to maintain those HOA standards, they have to know what they are. And so you need to provide them with the HOA doc.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, talk about including in your lease agreement. Can I have a trampoline? The liability that comes with that, my goodness.
Yeah, we don't allow it. We don't allow it.
No. The liability associated with that is crazy.